Yeah, it's part of my character.
Hello and welcome to our D&D session. My name is Angela Tucker and I am your DM today.
Nice.
Why are you looking at those eyes angrily? I am very scared.
Just so you guys know,
Holy shit.
putting up with 0.
How many layers do you have on?
Too many.
No, enough.
Not
The answer is
enough.
She's like an ogre.
It's getting real now. Gotta take off the first layer.
And I'm Connor. I was DM last time. This time I am Rogan the Druid.
Fuck is that laugh?
Okay. Well, I'm Lucas. I was here last time.
Playing Sunshine the Bard.
Just fucking
Just
splice
he's
in our audio
playing
from last
himself
time. I don't want to
being
talk
a
about
dick.
myself again.
Okay, fine.
That's Harrison being a chode. Cuck.
Alright. So, this is, for you YouTube listeners out here, this is like, hey, you know what? People actually listen, I realize that. But this is like kind of
Where
separate
did
from
that
the
come from?
last.
I don't know.
Connor, you gave me a look.
Did I?
Yes, you gave me a
If
look.
anything, I gave you a look. I didn't
Right?
say Connor gave you a look.
I didn't see
You know what? All of you.
No, I was concerned because I lost my character sheet for a minute.
Okay.
And it's on my phone.
Okay. Well,
That's how this is gonna go.
Oh boy, are you gonna be the stupid one too?
No, heck no.
this campaign isn't like super duper connected to the last campaign that you all heard. Just so you know, don't expect like anything to like crop up from the last one because
Except
as
me.
as Lucas said, I did not listen to it. But here we go. Okay, so since the last time I've been here, Chameleorg, the lovable chameleon slash cyborg, was made emperor. That was from something that is not recorded. Sorry, all you listeners
Rip the dream.
out there. Yeah.
That sucks.
So since then, your friend Chameleorg has been made emperor, and right now you are all located in a bar. It's fairly busy. It's a nice warm setting. It's not too hot, not too cold. Beers and frosted mugs.
I wonder why I'm in a bar.
I also wonder why I'm in a bar.
How did I get in this bar?
Rogan is a good Christian boy.
God.
Alcohol in my good Christian suburbs?
Where is this bar? Is it in Lumbridge or?
It's just a bar that you find yourself in.
Oh, we're in the ether?
I don't know.
We're just a bar floating in space?
I look out a window.
What the fuck's a space?
Try to figure out where the fuck we are.
Outside, you see it's a normal day. It's starting to get dark outside, but there's still people milling around, finishing up their duties. Street lamps are up.
So we are in like a city.
Otherwise
Yes,
known
in a bar
as
in a
dusk.
city.
I get the waitress's attention.
Hello, what would you like today?
What town are we in?
You haven't heard of our town? Oh, why are you here? If you haven't heard of us.
I don't know. This guy was playing me a song and we got to talking about some dude named Franklin that they saved, and he said he was gonna tell me a story about it, but we haven't quite got there yet.
Okay, well, you're in the town of Phoenica. It's a nice island town.
Are the people here finicky? Oh, shit!
That is what the air waitress
My
does to
headcanon
you.
is Twig actually just hit Sunshine.
That made such a good sound.
The waitress nods approvingly. Looks at you and says, "No, you dipshit."
Wow, they're pretty finicky.
But how can I help you today, hon?
I guess could you give us directions to the nearest where-
Something else?
Place that isn't this.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting. I'm looking for like a city, like a place to stay. You know, like a hotel or an inn or something.
Well, you're in the tavern.
Are there places I can sleep here, other than the floor?
While you're saying that, the waitress notices a different customer signaling her attention and goes to them in hopes that they'll buy something.
Oof.
I refuse to
Capitalism,
tip.
man.
I refuse to tip.
While you're all sitting there,
In your fucking place.
I know. By the end of this night, I won't be tipping. Damn it.
Is this sunshine talking?
Yes.
Okay.
while you're complaining about the bad service you're receiving there, a figure in an indiscriminate race and gender appears and says they have a quest for you.
How tall are they?
I'd say about 5'9".
And is it a woman's voice, a man's voice? What are they wearing?
You can't tell. They're
What are they
just wearing a robe that hides all of any shape that could give away their gender or their race, and
Yeah,
you can't
manners.
tell what their voice is either. But they say, "Hello, I have a quest for you. Will you listen to my plea?
I don't know what's in it for me.
Perhaps you'd like to hear the quest first. There
How
are
about the reward for the quest first? Gotta give me a little incentive here, babe.
Incestive?
incest.
Just so you know, I
Fine,
literally
slip
just met
there.
him. I'm not associated with him necessarily.
Dude, you know, words are hard. Sometimes you just gotta let what comes out come out.
There will be a reward that you
Real
can
ward.
only find out later."
Well, that
So
fucking
the
sucks.
figure goes on to mention that there are 7 corrupted artifacts with incredible power that must be collected. Basically, she mentions how these items have a legend behind them. They used to be in. It used to be that in the Empire that you took over in the last round, there was an elite guard that kept the peace throughout the land for the Emperor. When the past Emperor went corrupt, the items as well were corrupted. And so they were hidden away until they started being found again, creating some sort of mischief.
What happened to the elite people?
They perished, unfortunately.
What killed them?
It is unknown as of yet.
Damn it, it's a circumference.
Is what circumference? Who is the circumference that you speak of?
Don't you mean king conference, Lucas?
Don't you mean dead conference, bitch?
I thought it was left ambiguous.
So the figure ends up explaining that the objects are out of control, and that will wreak calamity on the world, as they already kind of are, until a brave soul locked them all away at the risk of themselves. Will you accept this quest? If you are, they are more than happy to pay you in advance.
Yeah, sure, fucking
Wait,
whatever.
so
Wait, what is the end goal of the quest?
You gotta collect the 7
collect,
artifacts.
okay.
Gotta collect
And
the
what are they
the
gonna
7
do if we
magical
don't?
guffins.
like
Nothing.
what's the calamity?
The world will perish.
So that's what will happen.
What will happen if you don't? Well, nothing.
Nothing except the world will perish if we don't.
Nothing to you particularly.
Okay, but I kind of live here, so
Well,
I live on the world.
I can always find more people. Just
Do
find-
what? Discourage them by telling them that the world is fucked?
So I don't go to church.
Do you accept?
Sure, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Twig nods.
Alrighty. So, then, as you're paying in advance, the figure gives you 3 magic items. So the first one she gives to
Rogan.
Rogan. And it's the Shield of Heroic Memories. So basically, when you fight somebody, the shield will recognize that you fought them, and then next time you fight something that is similar to that, it'll increase your defenses and such. Or you can bluff to it to try and convince it that whatever you fought before. If you successfully bluff it, then it'll act like that was one of their memories. If you don't, you get 3 trials. If you fail 3 times to bluff it, all of the memories from the shield are erased, and it becomes just a regular shield.
Good enough.
To you, they give you an arrow pendant,
You as in me, just for clarification.
Sunshine,
Yeah.
the bard. It's a pendant shaped like an arrow that will always point you in the right direction. So if you're ever feeling lost and such, you just hold out your pendant and it'll turn around to show you which way you need to go. And then to you, Twig, they give the Band of Projected Thought. And so what this does is when you and one other person are wearing this band, you can communicate through thoughts and such. / if you're reading it, you can communicate with anyone you can see telepathically without them. And it can't be like super complex ideas, but it's still like a casual thing.
So you have to revert to caveman language. Me, caveman, big hands, crush, puny human.
Okay, Wilbur
So, after you've accepted, the world goes white, then dark, and you all wake up in a bed.
Together?
Kinky.
Wait, no, really together?
Can we be? Por favor.
Roll for it.
Yes!
Wait, who's rolling?
I'm rolling!
Am I contesting him?
Yeah, go for it.
Contest to not be gay. Got a 16.
Please 17. No!
Get right.
Please!
11.
Can we combine this?
Heterosexuality.
Can we combine this? Can we combine our roles to be gay?
Did you want to be in the same
I
bed
did not
as
want to be in the same bed.
Okay.
Okay.
As anyone.
So you all have different beds. Although Sunshine keeps trying to creep into everyone else's beds, but you wake up in a very nice room actually. In the beds, right at the bottom of the beds, there's these nice trunks, ornate wood posts. You can tell that the sheets are made from 1,000 count thread and such, real fancy shit.
I was about to ask, is that a lot?
Yeah,
Dude,
no,
man,
that's
you might say real fancy sheet.
Fuck, stop pushing me out of bed. I'm cold. God.
Do we still have our stuff?
yes.
Okay.
You do have when you look through your bags and such, you find out that you still have the items that this figure gave you before.
And
Where did I get
all
this
the
item?
stuff that we started out with also?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of a confusing thing. So you end up kind of realizing that you met this figure in the dream, but part of it was real, but you recognize the place that you're in as your guest rooms in the royal palace. After Camilleorg was made emperor and united the kingdom and such, he invited you all to stay there for a little bit in the guest rooms. So, yes.
Why?
Well, you saved King Franklin. You guys have renown now.
What did you do?
Don't worry about it.
That's a
I
good
know
question.
people. I got connections.
So this is taking place after our last
Right.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now what do you want to do? You can explore the castle. You can talk to Camilleorg. You can.
I look for anyone working in the castle to talk to.
In your room, you don't find anyone working, but outside of your room, you see a maid putting some flowers in some water.
I ask her why Camilleorg, should I say that in character? Why'd Camilleorg call us here?
She just kind of looks at you, stares at you blankly, and then looks back at her flowers.
I repeat myself.
Why would I freaking know that?
My bad.
Just
Do you know who would know?
Just go talk to Camille or the court wizard or whoever yourself.
Okay, thank you. Rogan kind of bows out and goes what the fuck?
And I'm I'm with you, man. What the hell was that?
But what would you like to do?
I go find Camilleorg.
Yeah,
Okay.
Are they coming with me?
I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
Try to
I'll
stop
tag
me.
along, I guess.
I was expecting you to still be in bed even though it's noon.
Me this morning.
Dude,
I woke up at 12:30.
I did too.
When
We're so in sync.
My dad came home and he was like, "What the fuck? Are you sick?" I'm like, "No, I just woke up." What the fuck? Good times. Anyway.
Okay, so Camilleorg welcomes you to the castle and such when you find him. And you
We were already here.
You know what you mean.
You go to the throne room, you see Camilleorg, he welcomes you to the morning. He says that he tells you of reports that a town is stuck in a tornado. All merchants and travelers that try to reach Falafel cannot find it and get turned around. He believes this is some sort of...
Rogan goes, man, that blows.
He winks.
I like how the town is named Falafel.
He believes that some sort of magic force is at work and wants you to investigate it and, if possible, solve it. He knows it'll be difficult, especially since you won't have him to clean up your messes, but he will pay you for the information you get there, and double for solving. Basically, you find out that you're here just as a friendly visit, but while you're here, Chameleon's like, hey, pay up, bitches. Do some jobs for me.
I feel like this was Chameleon's plan all along.
Okay.
So I glare at him like untrustingly.
Yeah.
Or distrust, whatever the fuck the word is.
He kind of nods at you and is like, I know, buddy. Do you fucking accept?
This is a lot of yes or no questions about accepting. Maybe I can do it.
Can I
but
read the
not
terms and
accept.
conditions first?
Yeah. Where's my EULA?
Well, I mean, you can say no. He'll just kick you out of the castle.
And then we do it anyway.
Rogan says sure.
Okay.
Twig nod.
Sure, fuck it, whatever.
Alrighty. So, Chameleon points you to the motions for the court wizard to enter the room, when the court wizard points out where the town is on the map. So, if I can get some paper here. So, if... This is the castle. Okay? I know, very crappy
It's
castle.
in 3D!
Yeah. Actually, it was supposed to kind of be a crown.
At first it looked like mountains, and I'm like, oh.
I thought it was mountains.
I thought it was fire.
It was mountains. It was mountains, and then like rook from chest, and then crown.
I mean, a rook from chest would kind of work.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought you were going for.
Okay, so, there's surrounding towns, like, here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. This isn't like oceans or anything. These are just, like, little towns.
Oh, so we're on a continent.
Yes.
I like how that town's shaped like a bird's head.
Yeah.
What kind of birds have you seen, dude? Oh, you're looking at it this way. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's called, that's the town of Kra, but where the tornado is right here.
So to the east.
And so they supply you with horses, and you are on your way.
This is the adventure song. And now it's done.
Montage.
I use cat's claw to scratch Sunshine in the face.
So on the way there, you stop in the city of Kra. It wasn't the city that you were meaning to go to. It's not the city that you need to go to, but it's on the way.
Wasn't the city I expected.
No, but it's the city you deserved. So what would you like to do? There's it's a very small village. There's small people bustling around, and like halflings. And like just a nice small village. There's a fountain in the middle.
Are there any shops?
Yes.
What kind of shops?
Or you can buy
There's
things, probably.
there's a food shop where you can get different grains and produces. There's a clothing shop to get different sorts of leather armor and such. And there's like a very light weapon shop, but you can kind of tell that it doesn't sell like useful weapons. It's more like to showcase on your wall at home.
I go to the leather shop.
Okay.
Kingy.
I ask the clerk what their name is.
Give me 2 seconds here.
I stand in the middle of the, like, main street. Whatever
The town
plaza.
square?
Yeah, basically a town square. And, beg for money. Thanks,
So he's out there.
I
earning,
put my
he's
hat on the
game.
ground.
He's on his grind. He's earning his gold.
Busking.
And It sounds just like that.
I'm poor.
As you play this, a crusty old lady walks by and goes, "Oh, you poor soul!" and gives you a singular gold piece.
Thanks, babe.
But the leather shop owner.
I continue.
Hello, my name is Billy.
I think they know a person named Billy.
Vlad appears out of
I
nowhere.
heard stories. You don't know these guys though, do you?
No.
No, okay.
Who the
I'm not
frick
with
are them?
you.
I understand it's a common name.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, how much are your wares? What can I buy from you?
Well, what would you like to buy? We have like leather vests or some pants.
Got anything that functions like armor?
I think the best thing that you would want from us are our leather braces. About 50 gold apiece.
And what would that do for me?
Well, they are very nice when in close combat. Because
They brace.
They brace. They stop the sword from getting into your arms.
Okay, and to the DM, what would they do for me?
Basically, it would increase your
Armor class?
armor class by like 1 point.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
How much gold do we have?
How much gold do you? Let's go with.
600 million.
Actually,
7,000.
Because originally how I was planning this was that it would be kind of characters from the past time, but and it's 50 gold per each one, and both of them is what gets you the one, so it's 100 total.
Okay. So how much do we have?
We're gonna go with you each have 45 to start with.
Okay.
I have 46.
You have 46 now.
I tell the clerk I'll be right back. I go to the weapons shop.
So. Okay. Weapons shop.
And what's the shield called that I have?
It's the Shield of Heroic Memories.
Okay.
Okay, so, hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I have an old wooden shield I don't need anymore. Can I sell it to you?
Let me look at it, please.
I handed it to you.
Wow! This is incredibly rare and weird. Wait, pause. Are you saying like your old shield that you had?
Yeah, my old shield.
Shit.
Yeah,
I
I said
didn't
my old
understand.
wooden shield.
I misunderstood what you were saying.
We
and
don't
I was
have
really
wood
confused.
in this town. We don't have wood here. Where'd you get wood?
It's been an incredibly long day, you guys.
I haven't seen a tree in 12 years.
It has been an incredibly long day, you guys. Let me tell you.
Play off it.
It's so very rare. I'd probably give you 3 gold pieces.
Capitalism sucks.
I say, yeah, never mind. Later.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I then walk back to Sunshine and ask him what he's found.
Well. What have I found?
Didn't you get some gold from singing?
I got some gold, but I was wondering if, because I was continuing doing that, I was wondering if while the story was following you, what had changed since.
Oh.
What had changed since? Like, in this town, I'm giving you guys kind of control of what you see and such.
Okay, so I will retell my past 10 minutes. Well, you see, some old wench came up to me and she was like, Sonny, you poor thing, here's a thing of gold. And then this old man came up and he's like, that's my wife over there, don't you look at her. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what am I supposed to do, close my eyes? God. And he said, yeah, you right, you better watch yourself, you little punk. And I said, sir, I don't appreciate your tone right now. And needless to say, He's right there on the floor.
Jesus fuck.
Is he dead?
No, he had an asthma attack.
Right.
He threw a punch.
I
Overexerted. And now here we are.
I cast Cure Wounds
About to do the same thing.
Okay.
on the man who was unconscious before sunshine.
Okay.
Bro, what are
Then-
you doing? He might throw another punch and win
So-
himself again.
Good.
So, roll for it.
I
Well,
don't
no.
need to.
But
Oh,
it's-
the D8
Yeah.
plus my 8.
He gets back up on his little old legs, and he shakes a fist at you, Sunshine, and goes, "Damn you, sir!"
Dude, all I did was not get hit by your punch because you winded yourself like going through the air.
He just says, "It's the winners who write the history books. God will punish you." And then he walks away.
Well, real glad that I thought about
I'm
looting
so
him.
glad I used the spell slot on that. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Also, should we have like more distinct character voices?
Other than just deep voice. No, I'm like, we're
Yeah.
just talking into all of our low end.
I mean, I personally
I'm so
wouldn't
bad
mind
at
it if you guys
voices.
did. So, do you not hear what I'm doing here, Harrison?
Yes, I see what you're doing. I just don't want to do
Do you
it.
not see how bad it is I am doing, Harrison?
So you could put this at the front of the video, but from the last video, Sunshine got punched in the throat at one point, and his voice is now lower.
His voice is not like
Thank
this.
God.
It went from Sunshine
Sunshine.
to
Very
Sunshine
weird.
dies.
But I feel like Rogan would have a lower voice. This is Rogan's voice. Though.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
this.
Well,
Mm,
Twig
I
doesn't
like it
talk
too.
much, so
So exactly, you are good. Whisper.
what?
So, while all this was going on for them, what was going on for you, Twig?
I don't fucking know.
Well,
Watching
somebody
that,
better.
Just seeing what was going down.
Okay.
Twig doesn't get involved.
He's the
with
observant type.
She's the observant.
She.
It's
Rogan is genuinely surprised that you're a woman this whole time.
Okay, so while you're all standing there talking about
I'm
this old
surprised
man,
that you have a gender.
I mean,
while you're all
Where?
sitting there
I'm a
talking,
humanoid cat. It's
a
not like
lady approaches you.
don't have reproductive organs.
All of us?
What?
Like,
Yes.
we're all together now?
Yes,
Okay.
you're all. Since I figured you're all together now. A lady approaches you and mentions, "So, what are y'all doing here?"
Begging for money?
He doesn't say anything. Stares at you, pretends not to have seen you, looks at Twig and goes, "So what are you doing here, sweetheart?"
Twig just shakes her head.
"So what are you doing here, buckaroo?"
What time is it?
"Time for you to get a watch."
Twig lets out a
It's
small
always
laugh.
fun time with Samantha here.
Rogan turns to his cohorts and says, "I think her name's Samantha."
Twig nods.
But seriously,
What
what
if
are
we
you
call her
doing
The for
here?
short?
We're on our way to a different town.
Are you visiting that falafel town?
Yes.
Falafel?
Falafel town? Well, that's interesting. I heard that they were like covered in a tornado and stuff. Apparently, after this like kid got some like sort of device or whatever, it just all went. Man, that's a dangerous thing y'all are doing.
Twig nods.
Thanks, I wasn't nervous before.
It's okay, sugar
But seriously,
plum.
what time is it?
Oh, like real
No,
life?
in the game, what time is it? I don't know where the sun is at.
11.
Where is the
At
sun?
night or in the...
In the morning.
Okay.
Guys, it's been a really bad day. Please forgive me.
No, you're good. I think the next logical thing to do is move on to the.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So on your way there, you're continuing on, and then a man about 40.
Travel montage. I'm
Okay. So while that's going on, y'all are gonna listen to Carly Rae. Actually, no. I think that might be a problem. But there's this song called "Cut to the Feeling." It's really good.
Oh, it's better than that.
Kill yourself. Somewhere along the travels, Twig uses fucking cat's claw, scratches Sunshine in the face. What's your AC?
Higher.
She hits. You have 12 AC. It's
I'm
fucking 18.
Dexterity saving roll.
No, that's
Okay.
not how attacks work.
Okay. No. Twig catches you off guard.
1d4
Sunshine.
damage.
Okay.
4.
Okay. You know what?
What?
Let's go with it. You can do a dex save to try and lessen the damage.
Are they fighting again?
Yep.
They, him, he's
You
the
only have
antagonist.
12. Well, how many HP do you have, Lucas?
Oh, technically, other players aren't
34.
supposed to know other players' HP. I learned that the other day.
So I'm not even supposed to know you guys' HP?
You can know whatever the hell you want. We're not supposed to know each other's HP.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
I'm going to retaliate after this.
Okay. Okay, Sunshine.
I got a 3.
Okay.
That does not hit.
Yeah, you lose 4
No, that was
HP.
the dexterity
Oh, that
roll.
was your saving throw.
You lose 4 HP.
So, let's see. We're just gonna,
On your way there! Now that Connor has lovely returned.
I use Vicious Mockery.
Are you really gonna fucking waste a spell slot on me?
This is a cantrip.
Fucking god.
I'm using Vicious Mockery.
I cast Thunder Wave.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I use Vicious Mockery on you.
I do it with a 3rd level slot.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You guys all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I got a 4.
I got a
Plus.
7.
Okay, so
I
oh
have
boy.
a 7 pretty much.
40.
If this
Yeah.
kills them. Wait, do you guys have backup characters?
Not on
It's
hand.
too early.
Okay, can we knock them to like 1 HP? Is that cool?
Yeah?
Alright. You both take 16 damage.
Oh.
And I tell them both to shut the fuck up.
Okay, let's just kind of change this a little
How much
bit.
damage?
16.
6. Alright.
Oh, and you're knocked on your asses too.
I use Cat's Grace and gracefully stand
Well,
back
it
up.
says you're pushed 10 feet away, but I'm gonna just say you get knocked on your asses. Okay,
Okay.
and I turn to the man and say, "What do you want?"
We're traveling
I
now,
didn't even
aren't we?
finish what it was. He's not just standing there.
Okay, well what?
Okay, so while you're knocked on your asses, a man about 45 and what appears to be a little girl run towards you with a giant worm, like from the movie, I believe it's called Worm, like pinches at the end, is behind them. The man yells for help. All of you should roll for initiative now.
20. Wait, no, plus 23.
Okay.
A 1.
Plus.
Oh, what is it? It's been a while.
Top middle.
So I'm at 2.
11.
Okay, and you got 11?
Yeah.
Total or?
Total. Yeah.
Okay.